Ma.
Yeah.
Ma.
Country road, take me home to a place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, take me home. Damn it! Damn it!
Whoa!
I was so confident in that one, but clap it up, clap it up.
Episode 14.
14. Wow.
Damn, I just realized I wasn't on 13.
Past
That's
the
my lucky
teenage
number.
year, man.
Oh, yeah, we skipped your lucky number.
Dammies.
Yeah.
Episode 14.
So 14.
All right.
Wow.
Well, welcome back to episode 14 of Let's Talk About It. My name is Thomas McCauley. I'm the head of partner relations here at Lexington Capital Holdings. To my left, I have
Frank Grizzly Lawando, the COO.
Frankie D, CEO.
Appio Fragoletti, Director of Banking Relations.
And now, introducing the number one team lead in the world, Christopher Fucci Colucci.
Wow.
That was good.
Greatest team lead in the game right here.
For real.
Thank you for having me.
Greatest
Thank you
team
for
lead in
having
the
me.
game.
Of course.
That might have been the best.
Tell
one
us
yet.
about yourself, Chris.
So yeah, team lead over here at Lexington. It's a very
Is it an honor?
it's an honor. It is a pleasure. Pretty much what I do is I handle all of training, the new guys. I manage every file that pretty much comes in, make sure it's being properly assessed, taken care of, being dealt with the most utmost customer service. Handles the partner communication on the back end, and just make sure we're smoothly operating to the full potential every day, hitting our goals, hitting our numbers, and crushing them, I should say.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Oh,
crushing
most
them.
definitely, yeah.
And ever since you really came to the helm, I think we've really been, we've been crushing numbers consistently. So the job you've been doing is just honestly phenomenal, and we're just happy to have you on board.
Thank
to
you.
say the least.
I'm
So,
happy to be here.
Very
And
integral
yeah.
part.
I'm definitely going to learn a lot about what you do on this podcast. Even just after that short intro, I'm like, damn, I know Fucci does a
He
lot.
does a lot.
Yeah,
He does a lot.
There's a lot I don't know.
He does a lot.
There's a lot I don't know. I'm
I
happy
go over to
be
Fucci,
here.
and he's like looking at all of his screens, and he's like, "What's up?"
Damn, you get what's up, I get what do you want.
Me and Fucci
He's
talk about
locked
throughout the
in.
day.
He's focused.
We talk
I'm
a lot.
about my business, strictly about my business.
We
You
need
have
that.
to be.
That's true.
Especially when you're the team lead, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, when it comes to stepping into a different role than where you previously were, like a higher up end management position, what was like the biggest change for you, and what did you really have to do to kind of prepare for something like that?
Yeah, great question. I mean, it really organization and just managing time efficiently. It almost feels like, at the end of the day, I'm like, where did the time go? But I just really have to stay organized, set alarms for myself and stick to a strict schedule. And I'm still, to this day, still learning to get better at it and making changes, as the month goes on, as we have different goals we need to hit. But yeah, it's a fulfilling position. I really feel like, I'm doing a lot. I have a lot on my plate, but it keeps me going, and I want to take on more. I want us to just keep hitting our goals, setting better goals, exceeding expectations, and keep delivering on all fronts.
Nice. Awesome.
Absolutely.
And now you've had experience in the industry in the past, correct? Like before?
Yeah.
Do you think that like really kind of helped mold you in this position, just kind of, having other views of what's going on?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I'm thankful for that. I think it's really helped our company grow in certain directions, just having some of that prior experience working for other companies, seeing how they do things, maybe seeing how they do things, not necessarily in the right way, right? Some things they could have done better. Me sitting down with Frankie continuously. I mean, how many times,
I mean, we used to talk like every night, honestly,
Yeah.
like at a certain point. And I mean, a lot of the things that you brought into this company are like what have stuck and like really what have allowed us to get from like here to here to here to here and to here. So
Yeah.
it was cool that you brought like that corporate aspect while we still kept like our grit to us.
Yeah.
But we learned like the correct way to really go about things, and you really like taught us really how to go about this industry the correct way.
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah, no, it's been awesome, and it's awesome to see the company, the direction we're going, and you know, all that you've done for the company in terms of, you know, additional avenues, revenue streams, and it's safe to say, right, we love to say Lexington, where alternative meets traditional, and I feel like we really are opening up the door for not just what we're doing for clients, but really other avenues, other products, other services. We're really doing things differently.
Yeah.
We're revolutionizing the financial service industry.
We absolutely are.
Oh, yeah.
Easy, big time.
100%.
And we're just gonna keep adding and keep growing and keep doing the right thing, and you know,
And Colucci's going to keep breeding them into animals.
simple
Oh,
as
yeah.
that. Yeah, simple as that. I think another good like example, if you guys don't know really what I think a team lead is kind of like a modern day 21st century like way to say like you're like the sales manager, right? You're like the floor manager, right? You're on top of all the guys. You're in charge of developing them and in charge of just keeping them just happy, right? Making sure that they're good outside of work, not even just like inside of work, and ultimately like just growing them into better people. And we always talk about that on the podcast, that what we do is mostly we just care about growing these kids into young men, mature young men. And Chris is the one who really is at the forefront of that and really on top of them every day and watching the growth every single day. We're like the dads that like we'll see him like we see our kids every once in a while. We're like, wow, he grew 2-3 inches. Chris doesn't see the growth as much, but we let him know. We're like, wow, you know. Robbie got taller today.
No, again, it's rewarding, right? Sales has helped me mature in my life so much. I've been doing this almost 10 years, and I know what it can do for other individuals, right? And it's, you know, there's a lot more that comes into play, right? That falls outside of the office, right? Work ethic and, you know, still, you know, eating healthy, taking care of yourself, et cetera, mentality, mindset, right? So we all have a family that we go home to at the end of the night, but it's important to, you know, be aware of that, and I think we do a great job of really caring about our employees, who we hire, and it's really helped build the, you know, the fantastic culture that we have here, you know, going for us.
I'm sorry, I guarantee you there's no other company that behaves the way that we do.
No.
Oh, no, not at all.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
I'm actually very confident there's literally none.
No, there's literally not.
We took a group picture and we all cartwheeled out of the door.
Yeah, that was so funny. That was so
the
funny.
office.
Remember, if you could put up that video
If
for
you could,
everybody,
yeah,
that'd be great.
Plug that one in.
That'd be really cool.
Oh, and if
That was
anybody's
so-
wondering, I mean, if you watch the last episode, you'll understand today's
Oh,
episode's,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
whole
Oh, yeah.
theme here.
So-
Today was Miami Day.
Yeah, Miami
We're
Day
all-
at the office.
Theme
We're
day,
all-
theme Thursdays. We always pick a theme out. You know, some people were a little salty that they didn't go to Miami, right? So, we brought Miami to the office, right? You know,
Shoot,
So-
where are the palm trees?
And-
I couldn't
we
make
gotta
it.
get them. We
I couldn't
gotta
make it,
get
so I'm
them.
debanked Miami today.
Tom's debanked
Debanked
Miami.
Miami.
Yeah, Tom's debanked
I'm
Miami.
motorcycle Miami.
I want to go back to Miami, so I'm dressing Miami again.
Bucket hats are killing it though.
Bucket. Shout out Grizzly for getting me this
Shout out
bucket
Piz
hat
for the
for
bucket.
Christmas. Thank you.
Gotcha, brother.
I appreciate it.
And you got the Miami jersey.
I look good because
Yeah,
of
the
you.
old- the white on
Wow,
white.
way to go,
Wow, we didn't
Abby.
even
Way to
think
go,
of this.
baby.
Oh man, put one
Wow,
there, put one behind
wow,
you.
wow.
We're there.
Miami episode part 2.
Yes, sir.
Cheers, baby. Cheers.
Oh, shit.
Never know what's in this cup,
Oh
right?
man, I got water. I slept on the invite.
Yeah.
It's magical enough. It is what it is.
It
How we
looks
looking?
good. It looks good.
Yeah.
Team lead, do you approve?
I definitely
Is this
approve.
okay? In your sales,
Very
on your
good
sales
vibes.
floor?
I like the vibes.
The vibes are good. Awesome.
So we learned a quick little bit about business, Colucci. Oh, Chris, sorry.
Yeah.
And we're obviously going to dive back in more, but tell us about who you are, you know, as a person. What do you do? What are your interests?
Yeah.
You know, like a little bit outside of work.
Yeah. I mean, growing up, I just loved playing sports, just staying active. I guess you could say I was a little smart in school, just didn't take it too seriously. Went to college for criminal justice. Didn't really know what I wanted to do. Kind of wanted to do something in forensics, but just got home, didn't really know what I was doing, and it was funny actually. One of my friends, you know, got a job in the industry, called me up and told me about what he was doing, and it sounded really intriguing. You know, I was curious about it. I'd never done sales, but he, you know, he mentioned more about it. I was kind of intrigued, and at the time, I was just roofing to make money, and found myself, you know, 2 weeks later going on an interview to get into the industry, and kind of never looked back after that. But you know, in my personal time, I just still like to, you know, I have 2 kids at home, love to spend time with the family, the kids. Would love to see my kids, you know, maybe grow up and take a role in this industry too. It could help train them and get them up to speed, have them work for Lexington one day. But that's pretty much it. I'm a simple guy. Don't
Big
have-
Islanders fan.
Big
Islanders
Islanders
fan.
fan.
Big Islanders fan. Big sports fan.
Salty about
Sport,
that.
UFC
I wa-
fan.
I'm
like
a little bit of a
UFC.
gambler.
Well-rounded individual.
He's the draft king.
He is the FanDuel.
No, but working with Chris is great. I mean, we G chat all day.
Yeah.
We talk to each other all day.
Oh, you G-chat.
Oh, we G chat.
Ah.
Yeah, we G chat
Ah.
all day.
It's like what is it? AOL back in the day.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
AIM.
We
It's
be
like
aiming.
Yeah, AIM.
Basically,
with
yeah.
Google.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like he's the one I
Blackberries.
talk to. Like sometimes, like I'll go to try and message like James, and I'll message Chris, and he's like, "Dude, what are you talking about?" I'm like, "Sorry, I thought I was talking about James." Because his our G chat is always up. We're
That's
always
funny.
shooting back and forth.
This guy was trying to message me the other day, and he puts my whole government name in a message, and then like messaged me. I was like, "Dude, what?" He's like, "I was trying to search you. Sorry."
Yeah, that was my bad.
Chris is
Just
definitely
doing
a
a quick
character.
background search.
Yeah, just a quick back. Who is this guy?
Management loves Chris. They love messing around with Chris. And the guys, like our younger group, they really respect you, and I think they really look up to you. Not that I know they really look up to you,
do.
and they really appreciate all your feedback and just how you help them grow. And I know for a fact that like they really do appreciate all the work that you do. Chris does meetings every morning from 8:30 to 9 o'clock. Then we do ongoing training right after work. So he's definitely heavily involved in just the development of these guys.
Yeah, I'm definitely. I don't want to brag, right? But one of my
Brag it
traits,
up.
I'm definitely very selfless, right? I want to see others succeed. I think that's a great trait that we have in the office in general. Is just everyone wants to see everyone succeed just as much as they want to succeed, and it's right. A lot of these other companies I've worked at, I think I've said this a few times, like. Everyone kind of like keeps the sauce to themselves, right? It's almost like, the other individuals at these companies, they don't want to see you succeed as bad as they want to succeed, right?
Yeah.
They'd almost rather see you not succeed. And that's one thing with, with training, our employees and getting them up to speed is I just, I want to see them succeed more than I feel like they want to succeed a lot of times. And I really care about them.
Yeah. I know, like in our office compared to others, like if I just closed a deal and like you didn't yet, I'd be like, "Come on, man, like close your deal." Like in another office, it's like, "All right, yeah, like don't
One up on you.
yeah, one
Yeah.
up, yeah."
Yeah.
You know, we're motivating each other. I know you're a big part in that too. Just keep pushing these guys along. It's just it keeps them going. Definitely got a lot of flow.
Absolutely. And I mean, that comes down to just the people that we hire. We hire very specifically. We want people who want to better other people. We want people with good attitudes, who have drive, who are dogs, who have grit.
Yeah.
It's a very different environment than your typical office. As you can tell by the beautiful palm tree behind me, why we even have this is because we're a little bit different.
Our application applies a lot different from the average company, to say the least. Are you a good person? Yes or no? Check.
Oh, you win the 3 mile radius.
Do you believe
yes
in
or no?
yourself?
Check.
Yes or no? Check.
Yeah, we'll give anyone a shot.
We really
We
will.
can work on the not believing in himself, but the 3 mile radius. That's
Denied. One thing that it's really cool about Lexington is that obviously everyone that works for us like literally lives within like a 10-15 mile radius, and that's why we joke about it so much. But it's just the fact that we're able to take like neighborhood kids and grow a multi-million-dollar company. It's just like I just think it's so cool. And our story, I know for a fact, is also the coolest in the industry, and we talk about that a lot. But you've worked at a lot of other different places. A lot of companies start a lot of different ways. A lot of VCs, a lot of mommy, daddy money, a lot of branching off from the industry, being in the industry already having the money established behind them. But we were a lot different, right? And you knew me growing up, so like you knew like it was a whole lot different. We all just kind of just took a chance. We tried it and just did the right thing every day, and look what's happened.
Yeah, no, it's awesome to see. It's really been a journey.
It's been a ride. It's been a ride.
Yeah.
I want to talk to everybody about, so let's talk about when you found out I was in this industry. Can you tell them about that? When you tell them about that?
Yeah, so me and Frankie, we used to work at this restaurant together. That's how we met.
I was your boss
You
all
can
the
shout it
time.
out. We shout it
Yeah,
out.
Cafe
Amici.
Amici.
I
Shout out
was
to
boss
Cafe
boy.
Amici.
Not
Great
Renzo's.
Italian restaurant.
Whatever Chris needed, I was on it.
But
You need forks?
funny. A lot of customers used to say that they thought me and Frankie were brothers.
Yeah.
That Frankie was my little brother.
I was skinnier back then, that's why.
But yeah, so one day, fast forward a little bit, right? I know Frankie. I'm in the industry already, and me and Frankie always stayed in touch. I'm talking to Frankie one day, and he's talking about like buying a restaurant, and I'm thinking of like Cafe Amici, and I'm like, dude, I don't know if that's just the smartest move. Like, it's a lot of overhead. There's a lot that goes into that, right? So, fast forward another week, we had the conversation, whatever. All of a sudden, I call him. He's like, dude, I gotta talk to you. I decided, scratch the restaurant. He's like, I got this job. I'm selling merchant cash advance loans, alternative financing products, SBA loans. And I'm like, Frankie, I'm like, you know, that's what I do, dude. I'm like, what the hell? It's like so small world. It just goes to show you, like, and again, I believe in everything happens for a reason. It was just, you know, a sign.
Yeah.
Think about it. If you did the restaurant, I would have been a waiter at your restaurant rather than what I'm doing right now.
Chow's gonna come work for me too. Chow's ready to go. Chow's a ride or die. Chow in here for life. And then, so then I started working at the place a few weeks later. Then I called him up. I was like, yeah, I started my own company. And he was like, keep me in the loop with your journey, pretty much. And then we always stayed in touch. And then as we started developing, like I'd say like 3-4 months in, when like I knew that this was like a real thing and we're like here to stay. Like that's when I was reaching out to Chris Moore for like advice, and he would come in every Saturday.
Yep.
And train, yeah.
That's the first time I met. That's the first time I met him. Honestly, like, not that I didn't think you liked me, but you were just so animate and so excited, and I was brand new and had no idea what was going on, and I was just sitting there, and you're like walking around our old office, like talking crazy and like looking at me and talking to me, and I have no idea what's going on. I'm like, it was funny, and like now to see where we all are is insane.
It's insane.
It's insane.
It's insane. So then, he came every Saturday and was just training the whole team. You know, like the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people that we had at the time. And then Chris eventually, you know, we started growing more, and Chris saw like the value and what we were, you know, pulling off, and then, you know, you could really say the rest, but then eventually, you know, you came on board and joined the team, and then it's just been a beautiful thing since. So I just think, like you said, like everything happens for a reason. The story is nuts. And I'm just so happy that you're here, to be honest with you. It's like, it's really crazy to think about.
Seriously.
It's really crazy to think about.
Who's going to play Chris in the movie?
Oh boy.
You're Channing Tatum.
I'll accept
I like
it.
it.
I appreciate
Channing
it.
I like
Tatum.
it.
You might have to lose a few pounds, but you're Channing. Good looking guy.
Oh yeah, most
Hell yeah.
Yeah, right?
So now Chris.
Muscular guy, too.
Yeah. I mean, this guy
Look at
works
Chris
out.
has
He'll
been
work out.
lifting.
He'll
Yeah,
work out.
bones.
He'll work out with me
yeah.
sometimes. He keeps up on the weights.
He's got a Lift IG page.
She's looking at over and under.
Chris Lifts.
Chris lifts. Follow him up.
Follow Chris Lifts.
She lift.
Being the dad that you said you are, do you think that influences your management style at all? Like, I know like we have young adults here, but like they're also young adults, you know, like they're looking for guidance, you know, like as someone who's giving guidance on the daily, like do you think that kind of like helps affect your style, patience, you know?
Yeah, definitely patience, you know, communication, and yeah, that's really it for the most part. But yeah.
Do any of the guys remind you of your kids?
Well, my kids are so young, so it's you know, they're still
But Liam whines sometimes,
oldest
you
is
know.
3.
Liam
On
whines.
his hoverboard.
John Jay whines, you know.
Nah, but yeah, I have to sometimes, you know, sometimes I definitely have to, you know, remember at the end of the day, like you just said, right? They're still learning, right? I remember myself when I was some of their ages, and
We were so immature.
Yeah, exactly,
we were so
exactly.
immature,
That's really what I think of. So yeah, I definitely from time to time realize that, and yeah.
At their
That's my
age, we
coaching.
were in the back of the pizzeria, you know.
Yeah.
Chugging the beer real quick, running back in.
No, I say it all the time though, right? I wish I had the opportunity that some of them have at their age, and you know, to really grasp what they have. You know, when you're that age, sometimes it's not that easy. The opportunity that they have at hand, it's really
beautiful.
yeah,
Something
beautiful.
else.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful.
And I mean, that's something that you do really well at reminding them at is you kind of put their future life into perspective. You're like, listen, you're this age now. What are you going to be doing when you're this age? What are you going to be doing when you're this age? Yeah. Eventually, you're just going to circle back to try and doing what you're doing right now. You might as well just do it right now. And then by the time you're 24, you're going to be living a great life. Yeah, rather than by when you're 24, you're going to be like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's something that you do super well every single day, is that you drill into their head like, this opportunity is up to you, and as long as you take it and do it, you're going to be successful. Like, you can't not be successful if you do it to your fullest extent.
It's true. You'd be surprised what a few years of just giving life your all could really do for you. And we're just in a very lucrative industry for one. Like, it's not like they're working a retail job. Like, I wouldn't say like if you're working a retail job, like you're supposed to do you're supposed to give anything your all. You know what I mean? But like they also have an opportunity here to become millionaires, right? So for one, like we always have to keep that dream and instill it into their heads, because this is a mentally like racking game, right? As we know, like you're rejected more than you're loved in this industry, right? It's definitely tough. It's grueling. You have bad days, and then there's days where you almost like feel like you're high. You know what I mean? Like, because like it's just such a good feeling when you close that one big deal. So it is important to always remind the guys like what's really in front of them, and they're not doing what their friends are doing. Like they're not sitting there, drinking their life away at college, right? They're not working a dead-end retail job or a serving job. Like they're actually doing something to build their future. They're building their retirements. They're building themselves as men. So it's important because we have to stay on top of them. Because I'm sure even yourself, like, and all of you guys, we've second guessed everything in life for one. I'm sure there's days where you guys were here where you were second guessing this company. That's totally cool. You know what I mean? Appreciate it. Appreciate you. I never did either. But
Like I said in I think the first podcast, I was second guessing my life literally in the shower.
Yeah.
Got out and had a missed call from Frankie, and I was like,
well, that's the thing with a lot of people that work for us is that everybody was really kind of lost in life to a certain point. And we all kind of just found a home and found what we were really good at, right? No one really found like their skill or trade that they were really good at. And in my opinion, if you found like a good skill or trade, like you're selling insurance or a financial advisor, planner, like not like I was saying, like a restaurant job or something, like a real like career, try it for 6 months because you're not going to get good at anything until like you do it for like 6 months to like a year. I'd say you really got to give it like a year, but for all you know, like if Tom plays the piano and I don't, Tom's be better at the piano than me. But if I practice the piano for a month, for all I know, maybe I'm like the greatest piano player of all time. I have a hidden talent. I got crazy fast fingers. I just never knew because I never tried. It's the same thing with this. You're in an industry where you can make $1 million. So why am I not going to make you pretty much try this for 6 months? And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. We've all wasted years of our lives. What's another 6 to 1 month is pretty much what I tell the guys.
Yeah,
it's nothing in the grand scheme of things. Try it.
Yeah.
Try it. Work your hardest. Give something for your life. Give something in life its all for one time in your life, and watch things change.
I think one of my favorite things about this industry was something that Andy Elliott actually said was, be where your feet are. And like when I was doing my other job, I was not where my feet were. I was on autopilot, like thinking of something else. And like every second that I'm in this building, I am where my feet are. Like I'm thinking about what I'm doing. I'm thinking about what I'm doing. I'm thinking about what I can do next. I'm thinking about how I can improve on it. Like I'm here. And it makes the time go by really fast, but when you turn around, you look at where you were when you started, you see such an insane amount of improvement and progression in the career itself. Yeah. So like, I love that quote. Always be where your feet are.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Nice. Yeah.
I love that you said that.
Right. Gonna write that one down.
Write that down.
It's that suit. It's that suit.
Yeah.
It's that suit. The Dapper Don.
Eluding profession.
The Dapper McGinney.
Take a look at too, right? Like some of the people that have been here for like 6 months, like for example, Liam, like it's just amazing to see the growth in some certain individuals, and it's just that's in a very short period of time, right? But it's only going to continue and develop, and it's been very awesome to see that, and not just him.
We really tap into that untapped potential.
Pull the
Liam for a special example. That kid, if he didn't come here and we didn't tap into that potential, I don't know where he'd be. No clue.
Yeah.
He'd probably be in our parking lot right now, riding bicycles.
Yeah.
Doing what those kids do, the popping the wheelies.
Popping the wheelies in the parking lot.
Even someone though like Makar, it took him about 8 months, and now he's one of our best
Makar is a man.
closers.
He's 22 years old, and he's a man. He's a grown man.
Yep.
Yeah.
That guy
I forget he's that young. I forget he's that young.
He's a grown man.
He told me that like a few months ago, and I was like, what? I was like, dude, what?
Bro, I remember turning him down from my bar when I was doing security. Come by, be like, no, dude. And then like a year later, I see him working on that company. I'm like, the fuck are you doing here? I was like, what? I was like,
I took your
like,
fake ID
here?
years ago.
Yeah, so but someone like him, he gave it his all for 8 months. He wasn't good, and now he's fucking great. He's an up and coming. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Kid's great.
He's the up and coming closer of this company.
Exactly.
Watch out, Chow. Watch out, Corey.
Yeah, he's coming for you. Yeah. 100%.
He even texted me last night. He said, I'm going to be the greatest closer this company's ever had. I promise you.
Makar's a
So I take promises seriously. So Makar, you're on, brother. Let's see it.
Makar.
Let's see it.
Shout out to Makar.
You'll never be as good as me, but you can be as good.
What are
as
you gonna do? You be second. Second is good.
Yeah. No, second place is good at this company.
Yeah. Very good.
If you ain't first, you're last.
If you ain't first,
no, it's true. It's true. And that's the attitude you got to have.
Yeah.
You got to think you're the best. Because if you don't, then you'll never be the best.
Yep.
It's a little fake it till you make it kind of thing. I always tell the guys, like, nothing's going to come bad out of you thinking that you're the man, besides some people being like, he's a little arrogant, All right.
Whatever.
No problem.
Cool.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like your boy anyway.
When one of the guys is being arrogant, I'm like, I love it. I love it.
Comes out of the office, rips his
Yeah,
head off.
yeah.
Look, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you're the man. You're the man. You are the man.
Johnny.
Dude, even Motto last night, he's leaving. He's like, I'm gonna do it tomorrow.
Motto tonight.
Yeah.
He did it again?
Yeah, we got Motto.
Yeah, we got him
Nice.
tonight.
Good.
Yeah, we got him again
Yeah,
tonight.
this dude, he started off quiet and he's getting louder and louder, and then something clicked the other night and he's just screaming as he's leaving, tomorrow's gonna be my day. I'm doing it. And people are coming out of meetings, their offices, everyone's looking like, what the hell is going on? And Motto just found his fucking switch, and now he was killing it the past 2 days.
He's a dog.
I love young Zach. Young Zach, when he first started, he literally we growl.
That's Appio's recruit.
We bark and we scream.
Zach,
And,
great
like,
recruit.
Zach.
Great
Yeah,
job.
he's a
Love
dog.
Zach.
He's
Great
a
guy.
dog.
And like when he
Great
first
kid.
sat in our room, so he sat in the room with me, Appio, Grizz, and Frankie. And so every time he was doing anything, we would obviously help him with it. And then so we were like trying to make him bark. And he looked at us. He goes, "I don't make animal noises."
Yeah.
And then the next day we got a little chihuahua out of him. And then today he was screaming at you.
Yeah.
We finally got it out of him. And I was like,
Made
dude,
the
a
dog
month ago
vibrate,
you were
dude.
That was badass.
That's pretty cool.
a month ago you didn't even want to make a dog noise. Now here you are screaming in the
Dog.
middle of the sounds floor.
dog.
This dude's on the scooter with his headset riding. He's one of the most confident guys in the office.
Yeah.
He's got it under locks. 3 more months, and he's going to be doubling.
And he's
up
the
on
youngest
everybody.
one in our office.
Yeah, that's what we like to like. Young, raw talent, and we will make you into what you need to be. You know, like if you don't know what's going on, we do. We'll take you there. You know,
Fucci will sit with you for an hour after work and just talk.
Yeah.
Just talk to you. You listen back to calls, do whatever you do. I haven't been in one of your meetings, but I'm sure they're very in depth, and they come out a completely different, more progressed person every time. You know, we take people who in other companies would take a year to be any good, and we take it and we do it in 3 months.
Our people have worked here for a year as seasoned as 5 years vets in this industry. 5-year vets, easy. Because they just train just as hard, and the management just cares.
Well, that's what I was going to say too, right? Coming from other companies, no one at these other companies are sitting down with you day in and day out and doing that. No one, again, they care about their own pockets more than they care about you, right? Or the bigger goal at the end of the day, right? Yeah. So, yeah, that's why we're as good as we are, and why we've seen so much growth in our individuals, because we've invested so much into them.
It's that compounding interest effort.
Yep.
Most of the time, this place is a tug of war, and you can't win if your whole team isn't tugging.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's definitely a team sport. We all know that.
Yeah.
We all want this company to grow. We all want to make more money, right? And ultimately, we got to grow.
Absolutely.
Got to keep growing.
I firmly believe that even as we grow, Lex will always be one of those companies where we know our employees like on a first name basis. You know,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You'll never be a
Always.
number. Like we could be 200 deep, and no, that's Sarah from accounting. I know her. Yeah, her
Yeah.
birthday's coming up this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, like no.
And that's what's cool about us is that we're getting corporate now, obviously, right? We're getting big. We gotta, you know, we're legit now. But with that being said, we still have the mom and pop shop feel.
We always will.
We always will.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Clients
we're
like
legit.
that.
Call the
Clients,
house, we're answering.
clients don't want someone from a third world country answering the phone, and they don't want, you know, a random person
answering
answering the phone who
machine.
wasn't like, you know, even a part of the whole situation. Let me transfer you to 1 to 3 to 4 to 5. Like, they don't want to like deal with all that. They want to call into one number and answer Tom, who was dealing with them, the partner relationship manager. That's it.
Every single time.
People
throughout
like
the
having a
whole
guy.
process.
They want the white glove service, and I don't blame them.
Yeah.
I want that too, especially for something like the products that we sell, right? Depending on the product it is, like some of the money that we sell, like it's quick. They want the money quick. So like if Tom's on the ball answering, 24/7, like we could lose out to a competitor for one.
Absolutely. And these are sensitive products. You know, people are high strung when it comes to doing things like this, and they want to have a seamless, careful experience.
Well, and they
you know
want to
what I
deal
mean?
with the expert too, and they want to hear from you, and they want your input on stuff like that. I mean, even before I like buy like a trade, before I buy like a stock, even like I speak with my financial advisor. I want that second opinion. It's the same exact thing, and I want to call into him.
No, yeah, it's always great having a guy. I mean, even like us, like when we're onboarding software, like we won't buy a software if like I can't call the guy.
Yeah, we need
You
a
know?
we need a sales
Yeah,
rep.
we need a rep. You
Like
know?
sell us so we have a rep.
Yeah, like, please. Like,
No,
Sell me.
respect.
yeah, like even like if I'm calling someone and like I'm prospecting software, like Steve, are you gonna be my guy if I buy their software from you, or
It's
is there
literally
someone
part of it. Yeah, it's literally part of
like
it.
if I enjoyed that experience,
I
I
pay like
want
an extra
you.
few $100 just to make sure I have a rep at all times. God forbid. Even like with our payroll services, we have a rep. We need a rep. All our consulting services need a rep.
Yeah, no, it's just one of those things. So we're your rep. You know, you need an answer, you give us a call. That's what it is.
And we rep you.
yes,
There
we
you
go.
go.
Even
Saves you
with our
time.
lenders too. You
Yeah,
know, our lenders,
absolutely.
our best partnerships, right? We have that open line of communication.
true.
We get someone on the phone, and there's some lenders that, for some reason, don't feel the need to operate that way.
We don't
but-
fun with them.
Exactly.
We don't fun with them.
Exactly.
What's the rep from lender?
Oh, Ryan Terry.
R. Terry.
Shout out to Ryan.
R.
Shout
Terry,
out
baby.
R. Terry, baby.
And that just goes to show R. Terry, like, just what having just a good rep really does and cultivates a relationship with, funder to broker, right? Just have a little bit line of communication. Like, we're old school, right? What you could get done in a 30-second phone call could be like a 5 to 10 minute email chain.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know why anyone wouldn't want to just hop on the phone real quick and just bang out that phone call real quick. To me, it's blasphemous. But regardless,
Crazy.
there's a lot of lenders for whatever reason that just they want to deal with email all day long, or like sometimes they don't even call you. It's just you get an email every like half hour, and it's just very frustrating. And then they see us once a year at the events, and they're like, "Why don't we get deals done?"
You don't answer me.
That's
You
why.
literally don't answer. Like we're Lexington Capital. You don't answer us. What is going on? That's
Take
not how
our
I would
money.
get
It's not
business.
how it works.
And we're a quick industry. If I don't fund it with you in the next 20 minutes, I could literally fund it with someone else. So now you missed out.
Yeah.
It's
You
true.
know, it's quick. You got to answer.
It's losing the mom and pop feel.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Well, and that's why it's cool to deal with a broker too, and not just dealing with the lenders, because ultimately, like, we care, right? And also, obviously, we have all the avenues, and we're the marketplace, so we could tailor your file to really wherever that you qualify for. So we save you like the hassle and like really give you the white glove experience and having to go to one lender for this product and program, and then one for this, and then one for that, and then one for this, and then have to deal with like 20 other people.
And we do all the legwork. It saves you time. You can still operate your business while we're operating the obtaining of financing.
Yeah, well,
in the
we deal with
background.
small business owners, dude. Like, even for me to go to the bank for like 20 minutes, like, just pisses me off. Like,
Yeah, it
something-
does.
It's
the
so
worst.
annoying.
Grizzly, I'm going to the bank. All right,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Grizzly, I'm still at the bank. Could you just impersonate me? But,
Yeah, 'cause you have fake ID and everything.
hey, yeah, so I'm Frankie.
we know Frankie.
Frankie, that beer.
Here's my ID.
They call me up Frankie. There's this grizzly looking man.
Yeah,
What's
that's
going
actually
on?
Grizzly.
Yeah, it's Grizzly.
So, I mean, as the team lead, what's the most rewarding part about what it is that you do?
I would say really, again, just going in back to what I was kind of saying about the growth that I've witnessed and kind of seen in everyone, and the potential. I know that it's gonna, be the rate that we're growing, right? It's exciting to know, like, right, where we're gonna be in a year or two, and just see that growth and look back, like 3 months ago, maybe 6 months ago. We've come a long way in just such a short period of time, and kudos to Frankie, right? That goes back to everything we're doing, right? Being different than all these other companies, doing things differently. Like I was saying, investing more in our employees, our resources that we're giving them, and that's the best, most fulfilling part of the job, is just watching it, right, kind of all come together and seeing the direction that we're heading.
Yeah.
Me and Frankie mention it to each other all the time. Like, I can't even fathom where this company's going to be in 5 years.
Oh, yeah.
I literally can't even
can't
imagine where
imagine.
it's going
Yeah.
to be. I can't.
It's gonna be sick.
Like,
Do
it's
you
got to
mind
feel
if I
great
say
to
already?
like
100
sit there and
in the
talk to
book.
someone like Gio and really coach him up, and then one day he hits the hat trick and everyone's
Yeah.
losing their mind, and you're sitting
my
there like
God.
a proud dad, like
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
He
that's
was due.
yeah.
sitting there like a proud
He
dad.
was
like,
so
you
due.
did
Yeah.
it.
He was
So
due.
due.
Nicest
It's
guy
funny.
in the
And
world.
you
Did I
were
not
you were
say
proud
that to
dad
you?
that day.
You
He
were
was.
proud dad
Did I
that
not
day.
say that
He
to you
was.
though the night before? Because Appio asked me, he's like, yeah, what's everyone cares about each other again, right? So
Yeah.
Appio was asking me some things about Gio, and I was like, dude, he's doing really good. I was like, he's due. And sure enough, it wasn't even 24
next
hours
He
day.
later.
funded three deals in
in a
one
row.
day, almost 300K.
And then the next day,
Nuts.
Christian
funded three
Hat
deals for
trick.
almost 300K. He was due. And that's kind of almost how sales works too.
Yeah.
You just keep doing the right thing every day, and eventually you're gonna be
Pays
up.
off.
Anyone
build it
can
up,
get
you're gonna be
lucky, right? And fund a deal in a day. But right, you always say, right, reaping the rewards that you sow, right, and that compounding interest, right, and putting in work and almost not expecting anything back immediately in return. That's what over the course of time, right, you keep doing the right thing, and it's only a matter of time until everything falls into the right place, right? And you get rewarded for your hard work. But it doesn't just work like, you say it all the time. Yeah, I worked 10 hours today. It doesn't just mean you're immediately going to get rewarded the next day for it. That's just not how life works, right?
I think it's one of the biggest issues nowadays with people is that you need instant gratification.
Yeah.
I mean, even I used to be like this for the longest time. I need my instant gratification to the point where I won't even purchase things online because it's going to be here in 2 days. Like, I need to be in the store, But nowadays, you have to put in the work and put in the work and put in the work. Put your 6 months in. Put your year in.
Yeah.
If you want to be a real big dog, got to put your 5 years in, your 10 years in.
Delayed gratification will always be more lucrative. Every time.
Well, that's how millionaires are made at the end of the day. It's just who could delay the gratification the most.
Yeah.
We all make, at the end of the day, like anyone could become a millionaire. We all make pretty good money from the ages of 18 to 30, right? It's just others blow it and others put it away, right? If you just put away a decent amount of money from 18 to 30, you could literally be retired. It's really not that hard.
Yeah.
All you need is $1 million stacked away, and you could be like semi-retired in like a way you could kind of think of it. Obviously, we wouldn't retire at $1 million, but like you could just, that's all you really need to be like, hey, like
put
if
it in the
something were
right
to happen
places.
tomorrow, like my money's making me 10% every year, I'm making 100K a year, like I could survive.
Yeah.
You know, I could get an apartment on Long Island and survive if I had to, right? So like ultimately, you just got to do the right thing every day.
Yeah.
So.
It's all about lifestyle, really. You know,
Yeah.
if you're careless, you're going out, you're partying, you're drinking, you're spending money on this, you're spending money on that, you're just doing whatever the hell you want to do, blowing through your money.
preach
just
that
to
to
get
the
your next
guys, too.
paycheck. You know, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
you're not setting a foundation for yourself at all.
Yeah.
You don't have a foundation, your house is going to crumble by the time you're 30.
Yeah.
And then what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's another great thing about this company is not only do we talk to them about their lives, we help them construct their life. We help them.
We've made them all
format
Roth IRAs.
themselves. Yeah.
You know, like just simple stuff like that.
Like you have to contribute to this.
Yeah. You just have. What is it? We'll tell you later.
Don't
You just
worry
gotta-
about it.
Just
Just
make
do
it
it.
right now. Like,
Just trust
what have
me.
you been doing these past few years?
In
It's
10
so
years, you'll
funny.
thank me.
It's so funny. I love financially educating them too. It's so beautiful because like to get financial freedom, like it's really not that hard. Like all you got to do is just put away like a few $100 a month into like the S&P 500. And by the time like you're like 35, 40 years old, like you have a good amount of money zonked away. It's really investing is really that simple, right? And like the more you could put away, like the better off you really are. So
Yeah, a lot of people just don't have that long-term thought. You know, everyone's thinking about tomorrow, next week, tomorrow, next week, maybe a month. A year is too long for them to really plan out something.
Yeah.
And when you're living in that, you know, that paycheck to
my
paycheck rat
mindset
race.
is the longer that I wait, is the better that it's gonna be.
Absolutely.
Right? And like that's like how like if you believe in God, like whatever you believe in, like if you took a person, right, and like you're looking down on that person, right, you're not just gonna give him like you're not gonna, if you want to make somebody, what's the word, patient, right, you're not just gonna like give him everything, right, you're gonna make him like be patient, you're gonna make him go through this and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait, and then that's how you grow patience, right? It's the same thing with like being successful. Like you're just not just gonna be handed something on a silver platter. Like you're gonna be watched every single day. You're gonna be judged every single day of your life. And then when somebody feels that they're ready to throw a blessing on you, they'll throw it. And like I feel like that's what like the day that you feel like you're about to give up, and then you push through it. Like that's when someone throws that present right down on you, and then you're like, wow. You know what I mean? And then you just keep doing it, and then you keep doing it, and you keep doing it, and then another present falls, and you're like, wow. And then you just keep doing it, and then overnight, 5 years later, it's like you're an overnight success.
Yeah.
Right?
Because everyone's just been head down. Their time has gone like this. They haven't progressed. Now they're looking at you and they're like, what happened?
Yeah.
Like, what happened? They don't know that you were grinding.
Yeah.
And like, it's not easy. Like another quote I like is like, if you're climbing a mountain, it's not going to be smooth.
Yeah.
Because you never climb up a smooth mountain. You wouldn't get up it.
Yeah.
You'd fall right back down.
Yeah.
It's rough. You got to grind through it. You got to climb the rocks. You got to do what you have to do, and then eventually you'll be at the peak. And a lot of people look at a mountain, they're like, that it's too much work. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. And then they stay at the base of the mountain while we're chilling on top.
Yeah. Life's all about taking chances
Tom
too.
with the quotes tonight.
I
like
always
that.
get the
It's
quotes.
the
Tommy
suit, man.
quotes,
Like,
yeah,
it's
it
the
really
suit.
is.
always
It
get
really
quotes.
is.
Just
I
alluding.
get the quotes all the time.
Yeah.
Funny like how? Like I'm a
How am I
clown?
funny? What am I funny?
What?
Am I a clown to you? Am I here to entertain you?
Oh no.
Yeah, go get your shine box.
The disrespect.
It's crazy how it's opposite. You're the Italian one and I'm the
I know,
ham. I'm the
I know.
Irish Italian one.
You're the
I know.
You should be saying that to me.
I know. You'll never be a made man.
I know. God damn it.
I don't want to be a made man.
No, not the.
Yeah. I know.
Oh God.
Foot doctors.
Fuck off.
Anyway.
Yeah, I can't liquidate.
So, Colucci, what's just like real quick, like a kind of like a day in the life. So we keep talking about team lead. You're inspiring. You're doing this. I know we mentioned your meetings and stuff, but like, what is like a team? Like, what is the day in the life?
Yeah,
Plain and simple.
yeah.
Your day to day.
Yeah, I mean, I come in, I really try to be prepared. I try to get here as early as possible. Some days a little later than I'd like, but every night when I go home, I like to kind of plan out my day ahead of time, like what I'm going to go over in the meetings, what I maybe want to go over on one-on-ones with certain guys, just so, again, I just always kind of organize and have a little bit of a roadmap laid out to, you know, how my day's going to go, because it can definitely get hectic at some points. Yeah. So I try to take advantage of the morning when it's a little bit, you know, slower, and really just plan ahead. But when I first come in, do the 8:30 meeting, I see, you know, as far as emails, what we're working, what's on the radar, right? What we have close to the finish line, I call it. I do the meeting, get out of the meeting, handle a bunch of emails, and then I'm really staying on top of, right, every deal that's coming in and making sure, again, that it's being properly taken care of, it's getting the right hands, we're, you know, assessing the needs properly. And then as far as the rest of the day goes, staying on top of all the reps. I try to walk around as much as possible, you know, see what's going on, see what conversations are taking place. I'll listen in on conversations, listen to what my representatives are, you know, dealing with on the phone, as well as, you know, just overviewing, you know, their numbers, right, making sure productivity is there. As the day continues, I would say, you know, dealing with some partner communication throughout the day, handling stuff on the back end. There's, you know, some questions that might arise on a file, or, you know, what happened in December, let's just say, for example. So a lot of communication on the back end that's being dealt with. Nice. And then, you know, the day kind of wraps up, and I do one-on-ones, do as much training, hands-on exercises. I really like the guys to you know, come over to me, right? I always tell them, like, don't be afraid to pick my brain, right? I know you guys are running into instances throughout the day where you might have got stumped, or you have a question, you were uncertain. So I just always want them to know, right, they have somewhere they could always come, trust, and know, right, I'm there to help them at any point. I'll even hop on the call if I have to.
Oh, nice.
I love how you do that for a lot of like the real newer guys, where if they do get a file in, you know, they're not qualified enough to work it, you'll kind of take over and let them listen in, make them listen in on how you go about it from that point where you took it over.
Yeah.
I really like how you do that.
I think that's a great way for them to learn, right? See, you know, maybe where they got hung up, right? You know, whatever happened, and then how, you know, someone else maybe handles it, and then they can learn from that.
Yeah, and you're getting the deal closed, and you're getting that guy paid, and you're upping his entire mood, which only wants him to do better and do more.
Yep, that's what it's all about.
It's a pretty jam-packed day you got there, bud.
And then he's got
That's
me
fun.
coming up
And it
to
goes
him
by
every
in
day
a blink
asking
of an
about an
eye, I bet.
SBA.
Literally, yeah.
I'm walking up to Fushi all the time. I'm always asking you about SBA questions.
Yeah.
Mr. SBA.
He is
He's
Mr.
my
SBA.
SBA expert. Let's just call it what it is.
Let's call
Let's
him
call
SBA.
it what it is.
One day we'll all be SBA experts.
Yeah, yeah.
Got you.
We're trying hard here.
Step by step.
Shout out George.
Shout out
George.
George.
Love you,
George.
George. Love you, George. I really appreciate your patience with the guys, because, you know, as we all know, I don't have the greatest patience with the guys. So I think they feel really comfortable like coming to you compared to coming to me, which is amazing. You
Another
know,
mother.
It's really good stuff.
It's funny because Frankie and Corey sometimes will, you know, bust my chops and say I have to be harder on the guys, but I feel like, you know, they need someone that they can come to and
They do.
know,
They
you know,
need a
I'm not
mom.
going to give them that sort of a time, right?
They need mom.
Chris's mother days are
Listen to your
over.
mom duty.
Motherly.
As your mom's here.
Maternal.
Well, now it's different motherly things. Like now the guys are coming to Colucci, they're coming to Corey, and then like we handle different mom-dad issues that they
Yeah.
come to us for. You know, yeah, like they should be coming to you for that kind of stuff.
I tell all
He's
the
a
guys,
grandpa.
do not
Yeah.
go to Frankie. Come to me for your own
Dude.
sake.
It's so funny when they ask me something too. It's like, you know, like I'm always here for you guys. It just depends on the question. Some stuff I'm honestly
The
bad to
timing.
ask.
Yeah.
I'm just not in like the job as much as like Colucci is really, and that's ultimately like the biggest problem with it. Is like I'm just not like as adept to Salesforce as you really are like nowadays, and like I feel like you could just help them out better on like a wavelength like that. You want motivation, you want confidence, you want to learn how to be a top G.
That's the guy.
You come to me.
Yeah.
You come to me.
You want a Bugatti?
You come to me.
Buga-
We got a
Colors
little
of
yin
Bugatti.
yang going on over here.
Need some tech stuff. Frankie's
sir.
Frank Grizz here is the man.
Our tech guy.
Please don't come to me for
Our,
tech.
our everything guy. Our Mr. Everything. I love when the guys come in to bother Grizz for something, and then and they turn around and Grizzly's like cursing them out from like behind.
Don't tell him that.
Cut it
They don't
out.
watch this.
We can cut
These
it out.
assholes don't even end up watching.
Yeah, yeah, apparently they don't all watch it
Yeah,
too.
alright.
so,
If you're
you know.
watching this,
Yeah.
come up to me and just say the word
Yellow.
yellow.
Scream yellow when you
Yup,
see us.
just come right into our office,
Yeah.
and whenever you see this video, and just scream yellow.
Yeah.
This is going to be a test.
Dude, 2 weeks
It's gonna be
later,
test.
it's like Robbie's gonna come in there, so I'm like, and be like,
Guys, I
What's
finally
the
caught
code?
up.
Yeah.
Yellow.
what do you want, Robbie?
You don't say yellow in 2 weeks. You're running up and down the stairs 4 times.
I like that.
Ooh, yeah.
More cartwheels.
More cartwheels.
More cartwheels.
More cartwheels.
They gotta get their
Cartwheels.
cartwheel
Tom, let's see your
form up.
best cartwheel.
Man, I'm in the suit.
Let's see it, baby. Let's see it. In the suit. In
Are
the
you
suit. You
one
got
button?
it, baby. You got it.
Oh.
Hey. Love that. Love that.
Impressive.
Oh, baby. All right, let's go.
The cartwheel king right here. We got to teach him how to do it.
You like that. Dude, all the guys applaud me like I can't like
Well, you're their king. They're going to applaud you.
Oh, Frank, you commented so good.
And then we sit there, we're like trash.
All right, Pinsley.
Oh,
Come
Pizzer.
on. Clearly, this is how we're ending the day.
Yeah.
Stretch your legs a little here. Get ready,
Come over
boys.
here, then.
Get ready. Yeah. Agile.
You want to go last or you want to go next?
You want me to go?
I don't care.
We're all doing it, apparently.
Fucci.
I work out when I walk in the spot.
Yeah.
This is what I see. Okay.
That was trash.
Hey. See it, Pappy. Let's end the day nice.
There you
Let's
go.
end the day nice.
Come on, little
No,
strawberry.
you're not. No, you're not. Hey!
Almost right back into the
There we
seat.
go.
Yeah.
Well, guys,
What did the judges think?
all I gotta say is I love this country. God
love
bless
this
America.
country.
God
Blitz.
bless this country. And blitz, Lex, blitz.
Blitz, Lex, blitz.
Ain't
nothing
but the
And gentlemen,
I don't give a
start
piss.
your engine.
I don't give a piss about none but Lexington.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Oh,
hold on,
say
hold on.
can you see?
One thing real quick before we bust into our shenanigans.
Yeah.
We have a fun little feature on our website right now.
Oh.
We're doing this new thing, Find Rex.
Find Rexel.
It's a little incentive to go around the website, look around on things, click on things. We have little thing, you know.
You can win a prize.
You can win a prize. So find Rex on the website, run around, click stuff, and figure it out.
Lexington be Lexington.
Lexington do be Lexington.
One more
Quite a
time.
bit.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light
Come on.
what so proudly we hailed
Where's LeBron?
at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled